Credit cards in America, they know that they can make a lot of money on stupid people. They know that if they put off introductory offers, they put out these introductory offers that are literally steals. They will say, open a card with us. If you spend $500 in the first 3 months, we will give you $200 as a credit, or you can redeem as cash back or something like that. We'll give you $200. Don't take this autistic thing that people do where they say, oh, well, I want to be anti-consumeristic, so I'm just not going to buy things, or I'm just not going to think about how I'm going to buy things, or I'm not going to optimize things, I'm not going to have credit cards, I'm not going to do any of this stuff. No, all of the stuff that is there to exploit stupid people can be exploited by people who know what they're doing. A lot of you guys are going to be like, wow, that's really cool. You can use these credit card introductory offers and basically just get free money, okay? That is true. But do not just do that because you can do it. Don't just be like, oh, I gotta find stuff to buy with this stuff. No, that's what they want you to do. Oh, actually, really, they want you to go into crippling debt or something like that because you don't know how to pay off a credit card. Again, just enable autopay, okay? What you don't want to do for your own good is say, oh, I could get free money if I spend more. That is stupid. That doesn't make sense. You know why I bought this? Because it's going to save me money. Because I already had the plan of buying this kind of stuff. If you know how to spend your money, if you know how to make investments instead of we're not really consuming, we're investing. If you know what kind of things that can make your life easier or can make it cost less, now is a golden opportunity for you. Whenever you are spending money on any kind of purchase that isn't like basic living, like food, you have to make sure that you are spending money on saving money. Okay, very simple heuristic. Like everything you buy, you got to think, is this going to save me money? If I'm spending $1, I want to be able to save $2 in the future.
You buy stuff that goes up in value.
Back in 2010, we had the option of buying either tools or going out to bars and drinking. I went the latter route and I bought some equipment. Thank God I still have it after all these years. It was a big sacrifice on my behalf, but this is what people are saying. You know, you got to buy stuff that goes up in value. This ring light only cost me $25 at Walmart. That backpack that I have with the DSLR camera, Low Pro, I think it was called. I'm not sure the brand, but it's all stretched out. I'll show you now in a second. This is the actual bag, okay? So, I'm sorry for the mess, guys, but you know what they say, like, when you're not buying anything like regular stuff like food that is going to keep you alive, you want to buy stuff that's going to go up in value, yeah. So, anyway, this Low Pro backpack, which I've been using, it was $35 when I bought it. I'm still using it. This heavy-duty backpack, it saved my life a few times. One of the best investments I ever made. The same backpack is now $100. So you want to buy stuff that's going to go up in value. I bought this on sale from the Facebook Marketplace for $25, and I've been making good use of this. It works, and you don't need to have the latest and greatest appliances in the kitchen. I bought the cheapest kettle boiler. I use this to cook my noodles with.
Has no problem spending $6,000 of taxpayer money on one single hotel night. Canadians are struggling just to feed their families. Thanks to these Liberals, everything in this country is broken. 1.5 million Canadians access a food bank in a single month. Inflation is at a 40-year high, and over half of all Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck, finding it difficult to make ends meet. So the question is simple. When will the Liberals stop making life difficult for Canadians and actually give them control of their lives?
These noodles are cheap, and you can add in whatever you want. You can make it any time of the day. So, yeah.
What? What the f?
One thing I can't stress enough is that people these days are not investing into good things like equipment or something that they're going to need down the line time. Some of this stuff I may have to eventually give away when I move out. When I find a nice girlfriend who I can vibe and jam with, I'm probably not going to need all this stuff. I'll be able to share my belongings with future spouse, and then it might be time to move on. Who knows?
We live in a world of extremes where you're either this type of person or this type of person. And when it comes to money, you're either extremely luxurious or extremely cheap. And people often associate the word frugality with cheap. But frugality is neither luxurious nor cheap. It is the balance of the two extremes. Frugality is making intentional decisions every day to have a healthy relationship with money.
Wait a minute. Is that a... It is green screen. Holy shit. Also, I gotta show you something. Tea bags. The box of tea will save you a lot of money from Starbucks. Not saying anything bad about Starbucks, but you want to save whatever you got, and every dollar is gonna add up in the long term. So what you want to do is, you know, get some spices going. If you're going to be eating indoors a lot, you might want to get a spice rack. This is what I do. Sometimes I save my receipts for all the things that I've actually bought. This past month alone, I spent $96. I had a big 60-inch TV that weighed almost 100 pounds. It was an older style TV, but I had to get rid of it. It was just too big to use for when the time came that I had to move. This is a more practical, smaller TV. It was much cheaper, $45 used. Works pretty good. And I also bought the DVD/VCR combo, just in case I would get into the habit of like going back to old VHS tapes. And if people feel like saving their money, they should really start understanding what it means to actually live below their means. Yeah, one more thing beats. I'm going to be making this video to teach people, if they pay attention, if they play the cards right and save their money, they could get by the holidays. If they're just scraping by, because I know the feeling. I know. Fortunately, I turned this into a science. Why? Because I am, as of right now, a starving artist. Nobody out here really cares. Out here it's all blue collar work, and I think I moved to the wrong city. I think I moved to the wrong city. But my family is here. That's the only reason. Pretty soon I'm going to be moving out. I say to people, listen, you gotta save your dollars, because I'll tell you the reason. Inflation is going to be going up. I sound like a broken record. I said it before on another channel, but I mean, it's up to people what they want to do. And for the kids out there that are playing games, it's time to network. Yeah, network. Time to find some smart people who are a little bit crafty and know some skills. I would. It's just too bad around here we don't really have too many people like that. It's just, as I said, blue collar work. Nobody hires anyone unless they're jabbed. And yeah, I chose to wait because I've seen a lot of videos. I would go follow Zay Speak Truth because he documented everything with the help of his friends, his followers, and he didn't get censored for it. I have though, and that's why I'm now on channel 12. So if anyone calls me lazy, now you know. One more thing I just want to say, when you're making an investment, make sure that you do your research ahead of time. You don't want to buy the first thing you see. Hold your gold when in doubt, and you don't want to buy a whole lot of junk, because when it comes time that you have to move out, and if you want to travel, do some traveling, you want to get mobile, and in order to do that, you have to be willing to let go of some things and pawn off your stuff when the time comes that you don't need to be in one place. You could just get a used vehicle, and if people are willing to give you a good deal, yeah, you might actually be able to get to go far. Your car would probably be a wise investment to have. All your wealth might be tied into that. iPhone 14, the Holy Grail. I posted videos before about getting things that you need, and as opposed to what people want. Those new pair of whitey Nikes that people can manage to save, they're gonna find themselves like without $100, and they're not gonna be able to pay groceries. Say, as a starving artist, because I am one, even though like I've been trying to save equipment, I'm still faced with a variety of issues, one of which is trying to maintain a budget under $100. So that means that people who have been working on a really strict budget, they need to navigate that budget in a way that's going to help propel them to get ahead in life. So that's the thing that they need to think about, you know, when they're making their channels. They want to be able to not leave them blank, but track your progress. Before, I didn't have weights, and one day some Good Samaritan was able to help me to get some weights for my health, because my health is the one thing that I cannot get back no matter how much money I make in the future. So I want to say to people, please take care of your health, because once that goes down, I don't think any amount of money is going to fix that, the damage. That it's all going to come back to haunt people, you know. And that's what I need to say, you know. Just save your money, hold your gold, and one day you probably save a few good tools, you know, for down the line time. It's possible. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got to say about that for now. So, stay crafty.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.